Hey, what's up everyone? Eric Rossi, the guy with the eye here, and I'm going to react to something that a couple of people brought to my attention and then definitely linked me to a PetaPixel article, which I will link down in the description below so you can check out the full details. But since I shoot weddings and I've had, my second shooters, it was an old DJ and all that kind of stuff, I feel like I'll just give my, my reaction to this whole situation and how I would handle such things. So let's dive into wedding photo gate fence. So I've been shooting weddings for a couple years now, not full-time. I'm more of a weekend warrior, a lot of summertime type stuff. I pick or choose just because my time and everything that allows for that. But I've had very good track record in regards to things going okay for weddings. So hopefully my next wedding goes well, not to jinx it. But someone brought this to my attention, and it's about a DJ. And I've actually heard about this really before. I got some messages about it, and it's about a battle between a DJ at a wedding, a hired venue DJ, and a photographer. And essentially the photographer is complaining, or, is a little insulted that the DJ actually took time instead of just being a DJ, being an MC, a master of ceremonies. He actually took over 230 photos as well without, permission and all that kind of stuff. So the whole outrage is that should any other venue, makeup artists, all that kind of stuff, should they be able to do these things? And essentially, there's just been this huge outcry, a lot of bashing and all this kind of stuff, going against these, professions. So as you'll see right here, there was, a ton of photos taken by this umbrella, whatever thing. And this was the DJ, this was him on the side. As you can see, these are all we call them second shooter angles or assistant matters where you're not getting anything straight up. And the whole issue was this DJ took out, his full frame professional equipment out of the blue, never brought up the fact that he did that type of stuff, even though I guess the client should have vented that. And he says he uses some of these for promotion for his DJ services. And the photographer has a clause in his contract that basically said this agreement contains the entire understanding that this, the photographer and the client agreed to is that it supersedes all prior agreements between the parties. Understood that this photographer is the exclusive official photographer, of the event, all that kind of stuff. So the one big thing is communication. If there is no communication throughout the day, the wedding day will not go easily. If you've shot weddings, you will understand if you get the videographer, the photographer, the DJ, the wedding planner, if they have one, if they're all on the same page, the day goes smooth. If not, it becomes choppy, hard to work with. You might miss, certain times and events. Trust me, I've worked with bad DJs and bad MCs who really just didn't keep anyone in the loop, surprise things. And I've also worked with DJs who were phenomenal. A wedding photographer is known for really kind of keeping the day together, following the schedule, because you're really trying to get all those moments and everything in the condensed time that you have. But a good DJ and an MC working with a photographer, you can, I don't want to say run the day. You could run the day as smooth as possible. You get everything you need. They can hit their marks on all the music and everything that you need. You guys can be in sync. So, you're going to hear there was a lot of rebuttal. There was a lot of issues with people saying, well, this isn't the wedding photographers today. Why should the photographer, bitch about all this kind of stuff? And then why shouldn't this DJ be allowed to do that? So if this happened to me, and I agree, I have something in my contract that says, hi, I'm the primary shooter of the day. And if this happened to me, I talk this stuff over with whoever I work with. For example, if I talk with a video guy about, hey, I'm going to set up my stuff. So, since we're obviously condensed for time, we can kind of work together, and then I'll go first, then you can jump in, that type of stuff. I just don't want any distractions from the limited time that we have. And anyone good understands that that's totally a thing. And the same thing with the DJ. I've actually had it once where a DJ asked if, mind if I took some photos, but mainly it was with the bride and the DJ, with the DJ equipment or something in the background. But then most of the time a DJ's just like, hey, would you be able to send me a couple shots of me DJing, just something of the venue. So I don't see it a ton to where there is a ton of DJs actually shooting an event, and 200 photos is totally a bit much. So it is kind of weird in this situation. But my agreement is, what I say is since I am the primary photographer, regardless of it's the photographer's day or not, I don't have anything posted, you know, maybe like an Instagram photo or something like that, you know, promoting your business that you're here. That's totally fine. But even my second shooter, my friend Steve, who I shoot a lot with, and if he wants to respond, he can tell you down below. I don't post really anything of the day. I say, hey, let the couple get their stuff first, and then we can start, you know, really posting, you know, photos after they already have the experience first, instead of something like this ruining the experience. And maybe ruining's an extreme word in this situation, but I don't think, I think both sides here are like children in the way that this was handled, going back at each other. Photographers jumped on them, DJs jumped on the wedding back, calling them babies, all that kind of stuff. This was handled very, very unprofessionally. Once again, I'm gonna link this down below, and you're gonna see a ton of options. You're gonna see all the comments and everything that was left. I just think that there needs to be a cohesive set. There needs to be an agreement between everyone, and that's what I do beforehand. That's why I get to venues early. That's how I meet the other, you know, people that I'm working with, so that way we can get on the same page. Once again, photographers or a DJ or other venues, especially makeup artists, ask, hey, can you just send me some shots? But if this was my situation, I don't have a problem with someone else taking photos. I mean, yet again, they could have professional equipment, but they're probably not the best photographers in the world. Like, even looking at these, yeah, they're okay, but that's a small image. Maybe he didn't size it right, all that kind of stuff. He's going to throw some junk on it. I just know, people there know that I am the main photographer, and it's in my contract, you know, and I'm getting paid for this event. It's not like I'm getting screwed out of getting paid. So with this whole thing, you know, wedding photographer versus DJs and venues and other different kind of things, I just think it's absolutely ridiculous. I think they're really both in the wrong because they didn't play well together. I really want to know your thoughts down below on this. I know this is kind of just like, you know, going on about this, but this is a very, very interesting situation that people need to address. That's why communication is key. If you don't communicate, the day is going to go to hell. And I haven't had a ton of those, but I've had situations to where if communication was better, you know, from the other end, it definitely would have went well. So I think the photographer had I don't want to say a right to question why there was so much, but I also think that the photographer was wrong because he didn't handle and he didn't go through the business sense, because it's not necessarily the couple's responsibility. It's their wedding day. It's completely their day, but it's not their responsibility to get out of their element, enjoying their day, to go yell at a DJ or something like that. This is what two professional companies, workmen, people need to do. So do I have a problem with DJs or makeup artists playing, taking out cameras and taking some photos? No, I don't. Just be respectful with it. And don't, like, if I have something set up, which, like, for this example right here, yeah, he posted that. I mean, it's kind of crap because there's, stuff in the foreground. But as long as I get the looks that I want and everything, and you're not distracting, I don't care if you get the second shots. Just don't take 300 photos. That's, absolutely ridiculous. I just think this could have been handled much better, and it definitely didn't need to go on social media to where people are like slamming each other, trying to justify, extreme ends of things and all that kind of stuff. But once again, please read these down below about wedding photogate and how people should, I guess, work together and share photos. Once again, as the wedding photographer, I say, let's just wait on sharing. Share something the day of saying, hey, I'm here, DJ, blah, blah, blah. I'm wedding photographer, blah, 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 here at this wedding. Post a photo or two on Instagram that you're doing something. Absolutely, people will love that. But don't go crazy and post albums. And once again, I even have my second shooter. I even tell him, hey, you can edit it, we can edit everything, but don't post anything until I know that the wedding couple has their photos and that they've already maybe posted a couple, and then we can have some more fun and promote using those as well. So let me get your thoughts on this. This could have been handled much better. Wedding photogate didn't need to happen. I just think smarter people would have prevailed in this situation. But keep in mind, DJ, you want to take photos? Maybe I'll come out and play my own laptop. I have to buy that first. Just need my credit card. Grass to the guy with the eye. Let me know your thoughts down below.